Afternoon well, it's Hippy Trev from Midiamo. Roll that intro.
Hi, Hippy Trev here and welcome to my channel. Hope you get something out of it.
Rightio, well, it's back in Midiamo after 6.5 long days on the road. Been here for a couple of days. Back with brother Pete, and out of the blue we've got Peter Hughes come along, who won the auction on the wheel. So jump in and say good day.
I just checked the mailbox and there's an official prezi in the mail here for Prairie Pete.
There you go.
Oh, it's not for Trev.
No, not for me.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
I've been ripped off,
prezi
mate.
in the mail.
Bloody heck. I actually think the last video that you did, Trev, I complained because you got prezzies in the mail and I never got one.
See, people are listening.
Well, thank you very much. Who's it from?
It doesn't say. I just got it out of your mailbox, mate. It says from a scriber.
From a scriber.
A scriber.
A scriber, not B scriber.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
Oh, how cool is
What the hell
that?
is that?
Oh, it's a...
Oh, they're those candles, the melt. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fucking.
That's good. And I thought, you know, I better not.
Oh, that's
I better
awesome.
not have Trev crying, so I bought Trev one as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Same smell?
No, they're different. You'll have to fight over them.
No, that's
all
nice. I'll have that. I'll have that
Christmas
going in the
bush. There you go. So you burn a candle together.
tranquil
Cheers.
moments, soy candles.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
made in Echuca by my boss.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, my
that's
boss
nice.
makes them. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Peter. I'm presuming you're the scriber.
I'm a scriber.
A scriber.
One of the first 100, if I remember correctly.
That's absolutely awesome.
That is absolutely awesome.
And the
Thank
winner
you
of
so
the
much.
wheel,
And the
too.
winner of the wheel.
Burn your candles together
We will.
Yeah, might have to do that later tonight,
and
mate.
have some tranquil moments.
Absolutely. Well, it's a bit too early for a wild
No,
turkey
that's
at the moment,
perfect.
but that's coming on a little bit later.
That's because I spend a lot of time in the lounge room,
Yeah.
and that can go there, and that can be that can be nice. Thank you,
Don't say you don't get prezzies in the mail.
mate.
There you
I'm
go.
going to start my own YouTube channel,
Yeah, you
mate.
should do it.
I'm really
Absolutely.
enjoying this.
Well, it's been 4 months, trio's back together since the Australia Day video that we did. And here we are sitting back together. Lots been going on. I've been to Perth and back. Pete's been doing his thing. This Pete's been doing his thing. Been a lot going on. So finally, before I head home, we thought we'd get this done together and we just sit here and have a chat.
And here
Say
we
good day
are.
to you guys. So this is Australia Day Part 2. Well, what is it, Australia Day 2.0?
Well, basically, living here in Australia, being Australian, I think every day's an Australia Day to me.
It is pretty much, isn't it?
Pretty happy with the country we live in. Not necessarily with some of the political stuff, but pretty happy with yeah.
And I know I'm back in Victoria because it's cold and it's been raining. I haven't been rained on for 4 months since I left home.
This isn't cold.
Roll into Victoria,
beautiful,
pissed down
it
rain
is
for the
nice
last
out here.
day and a half. We're lucky it's not raining now.
We need rain.
We really do need lots of
Well, that
rain.
is
but
true.
We needed
But
the
that
rain.
they got 30 mil up here last night.
Did they? Up
Yeah,
that way?
yeah, Craig did.
Yeah, we
Just
needed
in
rain.
the forest, just other side of the forest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we needed the rain.
And we know we got a fair bit because there's a lot of mud.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a
But-
lot of mud.
Literally, since you left, you've not ridden in rain or driven in rain.
No, coming across the Nulla, I hit a short rainstorm that lasted probably about 3 minutes, and it was so intense I actually drove with my headlights on for the first time in the daytime, because otherwise the cars coming the other way trying to pass roads or whatever, they couldn't see you. And then it lasted about 5 minutes. Other than that, yep, pretty much having a drop of rain on me, and I think we had a sprinkle in Perth.
Up the
on
Midiamo with the rain. That's the
good on
way.
you.
Hey, I just want to ask about the screaming chicken.
Gone. Well,
But he
I
hasn't
didn't have it
found
on
the
way
source.
home.
But it's stopped.
Oh God, that was just horrific. I had Suze come over and hung out for a while, and I was showing a video because she hadn't seen it, and I had sort of left the video going. She goes, "Why am I listening to this bloody noise again?" Because I had to all the way across.
Yeah.
Turn that off. You know, I'll turn that off.
I was sure someone had one of those old gazoos
Harmonicas, I've heard that done before.
bloody,
They strap the harmonica in front of your
Yeah.
radiator
And the wind
Yeah.
must have been coming
At
a
the-
certain direction,
at a certain speed, blah blah.
and the truck come past.
Every road train. But it wasn't that. It was just the wind was horrific. It was coming from like right to left.
Yeah.
Must have been hitting something in the vet, and it was like that for hours.
screaming bloody chicken.
Well, it sounded like a dying car horn.
It did.
Actually, it sounded like my Harley horn.
Well, probably, but
terrible.
it sounded more like a dying car horn. But I could only describe it really as the screaming chicken.
So I've just had a look.
Sean's revenge.
I've just had a look in that van with Peter, and it's beautiful inside. It's
Oh.
Not bad.
It's really nice in that van.
Well, to think I've just done
beautiful.
7,800 k's in it. It's still actually pretty neat in there.
Oh, it's beautiful. Well made. It's
Yeah,
well
it's-
laid out.
yeah, it's-
Apart from the big,
No, we're doing your
Smack in
video.
the side.
We're doing
No,
a
that's
video,
what happens
mate.
when you go aquaplaning. I reckon that having the trailer on probably saved me.
Slow down, Oscar.
Like I was saying, every road train coming towards me, it was so horrific. You didn't know if you're going to get sucked into the road train or blown off the road. And I think having that trailer on the weight, on the back of that van, kept it more stable than if I'd just been a van on my own, getting literally pushed all over the place.
Windjammer.
Oh, they're a
Like
windsock.
windjammer.
They're
Yeah.
a bloody big windsock, and literally all the way. Coming back, it was more one-handed.
Yeah.
But on the way over, because the wind was just hammering me non-stop, and oh, Jesus, it was horrific.
Yeah.
Imagine if you rode the Harley over there, how he would be describing the ride.
Undescribable, I'd say.
Yeah.
It'd take me a lot longer, I reckon.
Yeah. I think that's the best way for Trevor now to get across the Nullarbor
Yeah.
with that on a trailer.
Well, I picked up that wheel and we were talking about that big caliper that you were raving on about.
Yep.
I reckon that caliper's what's ripped out that bloody centre hub on your rim.
No, you have a look at it, it's nowhere near the centre hub like that. No, it was that pothole I hit on up the Mad Mile in Ferntree Gully. I hit that really hard, and from that point on, the bike didn't handle the same, and it wasn't until I got the Colac, I looked and like, okay, there's a problem.
There is you really noticed it, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely, couldn't let the handlebars go.
Yeah.
You know, I can let
Gee,
the
you're lucky
handlebars
that
go.
some people wouldn't have picked up with that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, I thought it was a tyre.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I pulled the rim out and actually had a look and thought, uh-oh.
Yep.
And then I was still going to put a new tyre on anyway until I rang Darren Cross up and he said, don't ride on that thing, you'll kill yourself.
Well, we looked at it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had a good look at it.
Yeah, no, it was knackered all right. And it was only going to get worse very quickly.
And your back one went in a similar way?
Yeah. I lost, but that's because I was, I did a bike ride with my son on the back, and we went all, Redcliffs, Mildura, went to the Grampians. Yeah, it was nearly a week.
Yeah, right.
And when I got back, I had broken spokes, loose spokes, and I checked there was about 12-pound tyre pressure in the back. And because I never check my air pressure.
I never checked mine either.
I normally rely on Ray, the best mate Ray. He susses all my tyre pressures out when
Well, I
he's
go
there.
out and push my foot on the wheel, and if it doesn't sort of go spongy, it's good.
Yeah. So that's what happened to mine, and then it was just an absolute nightmare trying to.
Yeah.
I just had so many people ripping me off with rims and.
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
remember you got that one up.
Got one from Harvey Bay, and
I
that
didn't
was-
know to check it properly. Gets down to you, and it's fucked.
It was only the guts and stuff. Just needs bearings, and still a good rim.
Well, bearings
you
aren't
know.
too bad. Hey, Ockie.
G'day, Oscar. You're not going too fast on that, are
It's
you?
those donuts I gave him.
Absolutely.
He's just running ragged.
Oh, Bernadette sometimes give him a little bit of
Oh,
Coke,
no.
and he just
Instant
bang. You
monster.
see the instant
Yes.
change.
Instant
There's
monster.
a meal coming out through the window.
Yeah.
Tuck shop.
Yeah, well, he never
I've started
comes.
lining up for mine.
He
instead of
always
going
comes to the
inside.
window. He knows not to come near anyone because he's got the COVID, the boy. Come out the way, Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar, can you move,
It's not a bad
please?
day. It's not cold here.
No, I'm not. Look, hey, I'm still in bare feet.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I feel the cold.
It's
boys.
okay, Jasper.
Even yesterday, I refused to put any shoes on. I'm not putting bloody shoes on.
You can walk past
Mind you,
me,
I've
mate.
been
That's
sitting
all
on
right.
bindies. Yeah, my yard will be in a mess with
So-
bindies when I get home.
2 days ago, or 3 days ago, I'm at school teaching the kids in year 8 how to use tin snips.
Saved my life.
I never had my phone turned on. It's on the desk, and I'm teaching these kids how to use tin snips,
Yeah.
which is pretty hands-on. The phone rang with the ringer going, and it said, Hippy Trev. I was like, I've got to take this call.
Well, glad you did.
I've never had it turned on in over 10 years in class, and it rang.
Wow.
And he goes, how do I get to Pete's place?
I didn't have a clue. Not a clue. I knew you'd go down so far. I forgot all about Bort, and I forgot all about that witchy turn-off.
Yeah. Well, Bort's not far from him. That's where the bus got
Well, I
roadworthy.
would never have made it
Yeah.
that night. If I'd
Well.
have kept going, something would have gone wrong. And rang up Pete, and the first thing he says, "There's my house." Of
Yeah,
course, I
yeah.
said no straight away because that's what I do.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a
And by the
key
time,
there.
by the time I got into Ogun, I'm thinking, maybe
Yes.
this guy's got the right idea.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it's time for me to get off the road. And I did. Had a hot shower, somewhere to charge up a few things, and just
Good night's sleep.
good
yeah.
night's sleep.
Yeah.
A few too many drinks, and fucked me back up.
Hopefully he hasn't left a mess in your house, Pete,
No,
when you
mate,
do end up
definitely
there.
not. Went round.
Trev normally does tidy up.
Everybody-
He's pretty
and
clean.
some subscriber said, even though he's a bit rough around the edges, I took offence to that. I'm sorry, Scriber, but I didn't write a comment about it. But I took
I
offence.
am rough
to
around
saying
the
it.
edges.
You're not rough around the edges.
Oh, my, if I am.
You reckon he's rough around the edges?
We're all rough around the edges.
Some people think he's scruffy,
Yep, which
but
I am.
he has a shower every day and does his hair every day.
Oh, fuck off, I do not.
Oh well, almost every day.
Do my hair. Whenever do I do my hair?
No, when you have a shower and you do no, I'm talking about shampoo, conditioner. That's what I'm saying.
I've got my Pantene on board.
Yeah. Whereas I
Don't have to worry
I don't
about
even do my hair anymore.
But bloody, I took offence to that, and I was going to make a comment. I thought, hold back, because you wrote a comment. Thanks, mate. Good on you. You know,
Cheers,
hang on, mate. I would have given it to that guy.
Yeah.
Even though he's rough around the edges, he wouldn't steal from you.
Of course I
Yeah.
would. Well, I've been
Oh, is that what
I've
they
been called
said?
a rough diamond and many things over the years.
Yeah,
but
I didn't
basically
read
the
it.
bottom line is they know I've got a decent heart and they know I'm humble.
Yep.
And it's all
I know
matters.
that Trevor had sent me some messages. How do I get to your place and stuff? But I was in hospital.
Yeah, you're
And
in
I wasn't
hospital.
even looking at my
Yeah,
phone, so I didn't even. I missed all them messages.
Well, I did. As soon as I got to your place, I straight on the phone to Bernadette. Oh, everything's okay with Pete? Yeah, no, he's just in seeing the doctors to be home tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's what we say because I didn't want to freak anybody out.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no, that phone rang. I could not believe it. And all the kids go, yeah, take the call, no worries. And,
We'll chop a few fingers off while you're not looking.
Yeah, with the tin snips.
well, Jesus, you know, trying to teach 13-year-old kids how to use tin snips.
Yeah.
And the first thing I say to them is like, you know, these can take your finger
Oh,
off.
yeah, they're sharp.
Yeah, they bite.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I'm outside, yeah. But anyway, you got to Alien, which is a feat in itself, because that's 100 k's of kangaroo country.
Well, I didn't see one out there.
No, but there's no fences all the way.
That turned into another long day, which I wasn't expecting, and I
there's
didn't
no
want to stay up in the
fences.
Chuka anywhere,
Yeah.
so I think I did close to 8 hours that day and around 700 plus K.
Yeah, and that's enough.
I can't even picture where Oyen is.
Well,
On
you
the
got
map.
Mildura, then Alien, then Sea Lake.
Oh, yeah,
Then
yeah,
you got
yeah.
Witchy Proof, then
Yeah,
you
I'm
cut
with
off
you.
here.
Yeah. No, I'm with you now. Yep.
Yeah.
Then
I wasn't sure which.
Or
Yeah,
you
but
can
yeah.
go
No, I
from-
know.
You can go from Alien to Pinaroo.
Yeah.
Been that way?
Yeah, that's the sort of the back way. You turn to
Oh,
the left.
yeah,
and go
yeah.
through. That's good. That's a good
So
drive.
Alien's like the real crossroads. You
Yeah.
go Manangatang, Pinaroo, Sea Lake or Mildura.
Yep. Yep.
When you go through Haddon, there's no fences.
Yep.
That's why they have the desert motorbike race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's coming up next month.
Is
the
it?
Haddon Desert Rally, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
Yep.
be in it in 10 years' time. Have a look at it.
No, he'll be in
Oh,
it pretty
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All I had was an old Australian road map, and it
You
just
have
had
to be
lots of
careful with
squiggly
it, mate.
lines, but there was nothing
Don't go
decisive
through
that
puddles
said
because you'll
this,
end up
you know,
wrecking
like,
it.
and where the map joined, they were out of a line, and I just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
we
can't
were
even read this
through,
bloody thing. It's like, and I used to love those maps, but this one I've been
You
using.
made the call.
Just be careful
Absolutely,
of the
I needed to,
table.
otherwise I was lost.
You made the call. This bloke wasn't available, and you made the call.
Yeah.
Well, I knew to ring you next because you knew how to get here because
Yeah.
that's where you live, so it was pretty sort of straightforward. You're the one to ring too.
Yeah. Oh,
Pete
yeah.
knows all them roads, and Peter knows all the roads.
Yeah.
And as I told you the other day, when I sold my heritage, I rode from Kyabram down here all the way to Witchy Proof at 140.
Phew.
Shit.
When I
Yeah.
was taking that bike to Mildura to trade it in,
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll give it a little squirt because I've got
Yeah.
nothing to lose. There's never any cops on this road.
No, don't.
140 all the way.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it just was beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
the road must have been better back then.
Was that a sad day selling the heritage?
Oh, I think my next bike will go down to a heritage again.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'll go
Yep.
back to a soft tail. Yeah.
Yep.
But it was a sad day.
Yeah.
It had the same engine, but 140, I was flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The one you got now is a beautiful motorbike.
Yeah.
It's a really nice
yeah,
bike.
but that road's gone downhill, mate, since they went
Oh,
underwater.
it was a shocker, like the whole van.
Yeah.
I'm just cursing every bump, which is like every
Yeah.
0.2 of a second.
Yeah.
And just, I'm like, what's going to fall off the van? Is the bike going to bounce off the back? And then it's going all over the place. And,
You've lost one hubcap, that's about
no,
it.
3.
You've lost 3 hubcaps.
Well, actually, it only arrived with 2. Another one disappeared somewhere.
Anyone out there?
No, who needs hubcaps?
Geez, I might have a packet of them in the shed.
Oh,
but-
don't even want them, mate. They're just more hassle than they're bloody well
yeah.
worth.
Well, I'll find an interceptor rim for sure.
Yeah, well, that's the next thing.
I've got
You
some.
know, that's what terrified me. And then, of course, when the wheel bearing went out at Port Augusta, and just coming over the bridge, I'm about to leave town, and there was a camping sign. I thought maybe, and just pulled in like $55 later. That wheel bearing's all brand new, fixed, packed, and ready to go.
How
And
good
he's
was that?
going to his scribers, I'm stressed to the max. And every scriber's going, what about us?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about you guys, you're not out there. I'm out there on my own, mate. You just get the aftermath.
Yeah.
well,
we
I
just
came
watch
into
the
Boytown
videos. That's
that
all
day.
we do.
I thought something had gone wrong with the van. Seriously, that tank gauge was going up. I had the heater going flat, chatting. It was like, holy shit, something's really wrong
Now,
here.
What happened when you got ripped off at that service station on the way over? What happened? What did you buy?
4 bottles of Gatorade,
Yeah.
$75.
Sorry for
And I was so tired.
Excuse the swearing, I put it under my breath, but wow.
I camped there that night. I was just so tired I couldn't push on. But so when I paid for the fuel and then came back and got the drinks, and it wasn't until later, fuckers have ripped me off. And of course, I never asked for a receipt, do I?
$16.25 a bottle, is it?
Yeah. And then when I got into
32.60
got into Perth or somewhere, went to a petrol station, and I grabbed them, and she's starting to ring them up at $12 each, and it was 3 for $6 or something, or 2 for $6. And I hang on a minute. Oh, sorry, I'm bullshit. Sorry, if people don't ask, you just probably do it.
Yeah.
And they don't. They just tap their card and don't worry about it.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I think they do it on purpose to see who's actually watching.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't believe that. No, like. Anyway, I went straight past Kimber, kept going.
Yeah.
I know I filled up in Kimber, but yeah, what I need to do
Mate.
when I get home
too
is get my
close,
logbook out, my mileage book.
Yeah.
The miles at the end of the trip and the miles at the start, and take off what I actually
Yeah,
did.
me
But so by the
too.
time I get home, this will be
Off you
close to
go, mate.
10,000 kilometres.
Yeah. No, it's a great little van. I'm really impressed with that.
I'm impressed with it.
We
Oh.
were sitting here 4 months
No.
ago, and he was saying, "Do I get a renter truck? Do I get a bloke to come and meet me?
Yeah, that was Dex.
Do I get a
Yep.
trail? What am I going to do? How am I going to get over there? You have a look in that thing now.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You could not.
I
get
just
a
checked the
better
oil.
way.
Hasn't used a drop of oil since I topped her up in.
Looks clean too.
No, I topped her up in Coolgardie. I thought she dropped a little bit that first night.
looks really
Hasn't
clean.
used a drop of oil since then, and still looks clean.
Looks like a
Yeah.
new engine.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
just changed the oil. This is its first change.
Yeah, no, it's a mighty little van, and I can't fault it apart from being on a windy day a nightmare.
Well, you've lost the chicken somewhere.
Well, thank stuff for
Yeah.
that.
Oh, thank you.
That
Off
was
you
that
go now.
was
We're
just
doing a
horrendous.
video.
And the other thing is, every
Turn
time I
around
put
and
the
wave at the
USB stick
camera
in to
and
turn
then
the
walk off.
radio on, the temp gauge
The
went
camera's
up.
set up just there. Wave.
Right, so I didn't listen to any music the whole way across. Nothing. Just engine noise and like, oh no, that sound wasn't
No,
there
no,
before.
don't climb up on
What's
it.
that noise? You play that, what's that noise that wasn't there like 2 hours ago when you're driving and all you hear is your engine, like there's a sound that wasn't there before, like, oh, well, now what's going on?
Yeah.
And then you sort of make sounds up in your head, I think.
Well,
Sounds that aren't actually there.
yeah, and it's a long way from home, isn't it?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
out there on your own.
And
No
that's
one's
the
gonna
thing,
help
being
you.
on your own, you're
No
just
one's
in the
gonna
middle of
help you.
nowhere.
And no CB radio.
No, and I'm sort of glad because apparently it's all whatever, and they just go, gibbity, so you wouldn't get many English speaking out there anyway. All the road trains aren't driven by whites no more.
I'm not commenting on that.
No, people have a go at me about that, but fuck it, it's the
Yeah, we
truth.
don't want to get any racist comments coming
No, I'm
on.
not about to do that, but I'm just pointing a fact out. There's no white truck drivers out there.
Yeah.
Like there's barely any white petrol station owners.
Yeah.
I got to that Dunroo where it was, middle of nowhere, completely run down, and while I'm waiting for him to cook my tea, I just looked at this guy and said, how the hell did you end up here, mate? Does somebody not like you? And he goes, yeah, it's like, nothing. There's nothing here. Me and the wife, blah, 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 all this stuff I couldn't understand, but I'm sure it had something to do with visa.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm stuck here. And that's what I said, oh shit, someone doesn't like you, do they?
Yeah.
Put you out here in the middle of nowhere.
So you've been in hospital, which I didn't know, for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I spent a couple of weeks, so buddy, I had a blocked bowel.
Yeah,
And,
that's why you
um,
went in because you couldn't.
Yeah.
go
I
to the
was
bathroom.
mate, I was throwing up. I was in a bad way, so they ambulanced me down there. And
No, I didn't know that.
then, then the second day, the doctor's surgeon that come in and said, nothing they can do. That's it. You won't leave. You'll die. That's it. You're in this room. And my determination for the little fella that was just here then, Oscar.
Yeah,
I want to be around. I want to try to help him as much as I can. He's only 4,
yeah.
but it's little guys like that I'm raising that give me that. I'm not dying here, mate. I'm getting out of here. And 2 weeks later, I surprised them, and here I am.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And the doctor that I see, palliative care, I saw him just the other day. He said, every time I see you,
Yeah.
you surprise me.
You're rewriting it.
And I'm saying,
Absolutely,
well,
mate.
it's not time. I've been doing it 15 years off and on. This bout for 3.5, and I reckon I'll stop the chemo for a while. I'll just pull the pin on it, and
Tough as nails, mate.
well,
Old school tough.
I just want to try to get a bit healthy on the inside.
Yeah,
Maybe in 6 months we'll check my tumour markers, and if they're starting to rage, well, maybe I'll have a bit of chemo again. But I reckon for now, having that tube down my throat, I can hardly talk properly.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I can
horrible.
imagine.
It's the
About
worst.
that, you got a sore
Well, I
throat.
couldn't
Oh,
imagine
it's
it.
horrible.
It'd be
weeks,
horrible.
You can't swallow, and
Yeah, no.
I reckon I'd just pulling it out.
Oh, it's not good.
mine fell out one night at 2 o'clock in the morning, but they didn't bother putting it back in. But it went in 3 times,
Yeah, yeah.
and getting them pulling it out that last day. Oh, well, once again they pull it out, and you sit there and you can swallow and breathe, and then you shed a few tears because it feels so bloody good.
Yeah.
It'll take a while for my voice to come back, but I might just start doing a bit of Dylan, that sort of stuff. Those sorts of songs might suit me at the moment.
Suit your repertoire
You
right
know,
now?
yeah,
Suit
to
the
change
voice?
my my singing, change the tunes that I sing, maybe.
Yeah. I watched a video the other night Broderick Smith made. And he lived in Castlemaine his last 20 years. He was a famous musician I used to love.
Yeah,
He had a good story, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's passed away now. But, yeah, music was his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've always loved it. You know, I've tuned pianos and I've bloody done all sorts of stuff over the years.
Yeah.
But piano tuning's gone now. I'm not doing that. It's too bloody hard.
Yeah.
I've got all me stuff.
You just got to build your strength up again.
Just need a tiny bit so I can get back on that bike, which I got on it the other day, and I was standing there with it and it just fell over. So I need to get a bit of that strength back. I do blame the gutter there though, because that's all over the show.
You've gone down from your 84 4 months ago to
76 kilos. Yeah, I lost 6 kilos in 12 days in there.
Yeah, that's not good, is it?
I put a kilo and a bit back on those first few days, and I reckon I'd be getting close to 79, 80 now.
Oh yeah?
Oh, I reckon, because I've been eating. My brother come down from Sydney, who's a chef, and he made me all these things of broth and chicken soup, like, oh, so good.
You're good cook.
And I've got these containers. Everybody loved it. Everybody's had the soup. Everybody loved it.
I've had a bit whatever soup I had.
And it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, Tank.
So,
One other question I had was, what the heck is going on with the bloody 3G where your son lives there?
No, it was 4G.
It was 4.
But no reception.
Oh, no reception on the phone.
Well, I had reception. I had like 1, maybe 2 bars, but internet was like here. I did that video the other day. 10 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If that had been at Zach's place, that would have been 2 hours. And then I had that one at Cockabiddy that took 9 hours.
Yeah,
I got so drunk that night waiting for that thing to load up. I'd like, hey, aren't you finished yet? And I'd have a bit of a snooze and wake up and have a few more drinks. And 9 hours later, it finally got online.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Too bloody long.
Because we were getting videos at Ferntree Gully of you riding through the traffic, and they were great. You know, we were getting them regular, weren't we?
Yeah.
I was watching you ride through that traffic, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing the same in Perth. That's what Dex said, mate. You need to change your riding style. Like, you need to slow down a bit. You're too aggressive. And I said, I still done the filtering, but I still rode, but I slowed down a little bit.
I don't think it's the type of filtering that they mean, you know. I think filtering's when all the vehicles have stopped and you can sneak sort of to the front.
No, you see
Or if they're idling along, you know, you can sort of do a bit of that. But I don't think you can filter at 100k.
I wasn't doing 100, I was only doing 60. Their speed limits are so slow there that, you know, top speed for all them roads are only 60 k's an hour.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing 80 or anything like that.
Yeah.
So no 3 bikes today. Pete's in the shed, mine's bolted with the trailer, and Peter's still where he's come from.
Well, it was raining.
Or is that still in sale now?
No, it's here.
Oh, you got it back.
It was raining when I left, and I thought, no, I'm just going to drive. I've ridden in the rain in the last school holidays. I rode all the way to Sale.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
And yeah.
Sometimes it's okay. Look, I mean, we've had splats
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's just pissed
Oh,
down with
it's
rain.
safe.
But then if it stops raining and you've still got a couple of hours to go, often you start to dry out.
Well, last year when I kept going over to Skerrybutter to see Jody, and that I always got rained on the way home. So I'm out here now. I can't stop.
No,
You know, if it's pissing down rain in the morning, I'm not getting on the bike and riding, you know, all the way there. No way.
My days of hopping on the bike while it's raining are over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't want to ride in the rain. I've done my years of doing that sort of stuff.
So I just got it covered.
Yeah,
It's
we've all
clearing
done
up
our
now.
winters.
You know,
It's clearing up. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, today's actually not a bad day. I don't know what the temp is. It might be 18 or something. Feels like
Yeah, it'd be about that. Not
feels
I'm
about
still in
18,
bare
yeah.
feet. My twinkle
Yeah.
toes are a little bit cold, but
it's not.
tolerable.
Yeah. No, it's
I've got about 3 layers of clothing on.
Yeah.
no, it's not a bad day.
Yeah,
I had a
sun, though.
good ride back here from Mum's up over Mount Hotham and Omeo for a
That's
few
a
days.
beautiful ride, isn't
And
it?
there was no traffic. It was middle of the week, no traffic. And got to Omeo for a few days and then rode down and I got to Seymour, which is bloody 100 k's from home, and I booked into a motel.
That's
Yeah.
it, I've had enough for the day.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the
You've just
first time I've done that ever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same on this whole trip.
Get home,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
As far as the last trip into Perth, but the whole way down on the bike, I said I watched that guy Scooter Tramp Scotty that lives off his Harley over in America.
Yeah, I watched that one.
And his key is pull off early.
Yeah,
so
pull
on the
over
way
early.
down, I'm about 2, 3 in the afternoon. That's it. I'm done for
Enjoy,
the day.
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
your life.
Even coming back this way, I want to be off the road 2
Yeah.
hours before dark.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
on dark.
And that's,
So you look at the petrol station where you're at, and you think how far the next petrol station. You think, you know what? I think I'm just going to camp here the night. I'm
Yeah.
not pushing on.
Pull up
and
and
if Scooter Tramp Scotty is watching, how many people has he saved by just giving them good
Well,
advice?
people
Yeah.
are willing to
Really
listen.
good
Yes.
advice.
When you're young and dumb, you don't care. You just ride non-stop.
Well, I
But-
got to Benalla where I can turn off to Shepparton and go home to Kai, or I can stay on the freeway, which cruise control, take it easy. I got to Seymour. I thought, no, I'll book into a motel for the night.
Well, the day
Yeah.
I rang you coming out of
Yeah.
Mildura, it's like, even though I'm in the
Yeah,
van and
little
not on the
Louie.
bike, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
you've been offered this accommodation.
Yeah.
Why would you be stupid enough to turn it up?
Oh,
But
yeah.
it took me 100 k's to figure that out.
It
Yeah.
did, didn't it?
It did, and by the time I got there, like, yo, you know what,
And
I'm knackered.
You pulled up at the silos.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, how am I going to get to this house? Where is it? Round the corner.
There it was, yeah.
Perfect. But the other thing I thought, I didn't know how far down to Witchy Proof, and
Yeah.
if, you know, if it had been that 160 k's plus cost you,
No.
no.
No
So
way.
Yeah,
I
no.
said, save my life, no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
no, absolutely.
But
yeah.
just the way that all worked out, but being like the mindset now that get off the road.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. You know, what's an extra day in my world?
Your bed's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's an extra day in my world?
And I got to that motel at Seymour, and when I got off to pay, I thought, you know, I can't go any further.
Yeah.
I want a hot shower. I want to
Yeah.
change
That's
clothes.
exactly what it's
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
I'm going to kick back.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'll ride up to Rushworth, have bacon and eggs, and then I'll get home.
Yeah.
And that was a smart move. So that's Scooter Tramp Scotty.
Yeah, I
He
just
is
listened to
really
him.
good, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and for here, you know, I'd like to land a piece. I know I've got as long as I need here,
Yeah.
3-4 days. Like I'm hoping to push off on Monday, but it's just been a relief to wake up the last 2 mornings knowing I don't have to drive the van anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know, I don't even have to look at the
down
van
tank.
apart from check the oil. I haven't
Tank,
even been
go
in
on,
there.
bugger off.
No,
Just
and
literally
Bugger
stepped
off.
away, back in me home in the caravan.
You were
Sit
shaking
down,
when you
sit
got
down.
here.
I was a mess, mate.
Yeah.
Did you see the camera? I was holding it, and the whole camera's shaking.
You're at the front here and you're shaking.
Yeah, I was. I was that. Plus, I'd taken
Yeah.
those Panadol Forts, which didn't
Yeah.
help, I don't reckon.
No, you were just shaking.
I'm just smelling
Yeah.
the tea, mate.
Yeah. And for Trev, I just like, I mean, that's his van when he's here, you know, everyone allocates and he sleeps in there if he wants
That's
to.
home. Always feels like
And
home.
it's just a bit more comfy than that because he doesn't have to squat over doing his laptop. So
Another bike over there under a bloody
that's
old
me postie
tonneau
bike.
cover.
That's me postie bike. That's a 2007, I think, postie bike.
Oh, okay.
Goes first kick with petrol in it, but the kids rode it and they got the back tyres flat, so they've chewed that tube out again.
You wanna
They
put
just don't
solids
watch
on
it,
there.
mate. I know.
Solid
But
rims,
so
mate.
the
Solid
young fella's
tyres
on me
there.
case because Jemima,
Yeah, I don't know if you
Jemima
can see
dinks him around, but
Yeah.
know.
It looks pretty good, that new front wheel.
It does look
I
good.
must admit, yeah.
And I honestly
still like
wouldn't
the
have-
spoke look,
I
actually.
couldn't believe how heavy that wheel was that I got.
Yep.
I couldn't
It's
believe that the wind that you were getting, 'cause I didn't even think, you know, as you're riding your bike
Well, I
with
got
a
stuck
solid,
in Leach Highway.
that wind blows you and it catches the bike.
I got stuck at Leach
A
Highway,
bit.
which was one of the longest sets of lights in Perth, and that's when I first got there, and my legs were jelly, and I think that's due to that spider bite. But anyway, I'm sitting there, and the wind was like going cross, and I'm like, I'm nearly going to drop this bike, and I was nearly at the point to throw the side stand out.
Yeah.
I couldn't hang on to it, and that's when I fully realised, because I'd put the wheel on in Colac, but never ridden the bike.
Yes, yeah.
Trucked it all the way over to Perth, and that was its first ride out.
Those blokes you went on the ride with up those hills.
Yeah, Dex and
Do
his
you,
mate.
do you know them, do you?
I know Dex is one of my scribers. He stayed with me twice. He rode his Harley all around Australia.
Yeah.
Bought a brand new 2023
Yeah.
from Tassie. Rode round. I think he went up to Darwin, down from Darwin through the guts, and then rode all the top in Queensland. Now he's been a scriber for a while, a long time actually. So on the way up, he stopped in at my place, stayed in the DC Getaway Retreat.
Yeah.
Went all the way to the top end, Cooktown all the way up there.
Yeah.
Rode back, stayed another night there. Rode back to Tassie and thought, I'm not doing a winter in Tassie.
Yeah.
Packed up cat and bat and ball and everything and shipped himself
Hop
all
out the
back
way,
over
mate.
Perth.
Because that's a good video. That you've seen that one where they go for
Well, I've
a ride
never
up
been
there.
The
there.
ride, yeah, I think so,
I've never
yeah.
been down the zigzag before. I've known
Where
of
is
it.
that? Is that West Perth? is it?
Kalamunda.
Where's that?
Up in the hill. Well, east.
East.
So
Oscar,
as
off
you
you
head
go,
out
mate.
towards
Can you
Midland,
ride
which
that,
is
please?
pretty much your last town
We're
before
doing
you go
a
up the
video.
hill. Off to your right, you got the Kalamunda
Yeah,
Ranges.
good.
That's where all the rich people used to live back in the day.
And you lived up there,
I
near a
lived up
pizza
there.
shop.
Hey?
Was it near a pizza shop or something?
Yeah, no, you
No,
just
that's
ride
a whole
that for a
other
little
story
bit,
that
mate.
people have to watch. But
Oh, yeah.
I got over to Perth
Yeah.
36 years ago, and I had one friend over there, and they just put me in a tent out the back of their place, up in Kalamunda. So I was up there about 2 months,
How long ago? 30 years ago.
36 years ago.
Jesus.
Long time.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth for a while.
Yeah,
Well, that
yeah.
was Nullarbor crossing number 9.
Yeah, right.
I've never been there. I've never crossed it.
I'm never doing
been
it
there,
again.
never- No,
I swear I'm
I
never
don't think I'll be
again.
doing it either, actually.
No, not doing that
You
ever
don't have
again.
to.
No,
You don't have to.
I can just watch his YouTube videos.
Maybe in a Greyhound bus or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, no thanks. I couldn't do
No.
3 days in a
Training
bus
would
with
be all right.
people. No way.
yeah.
Living on their time, no thanks.
I'm quite a heavy smoker, so I wouldn't be
Me
able to
too.
catch a bus or a train or anything.
No, you wouldn't.
I got on that Rideshare Australia and kept putting up, one seat available going across and then one seat ride coming back, and even made the video about it and blah, blah, blah. Didn't get one response because most of them were just like young people, so I can't really imagine anyone wanting to travel with a burned out hippie all the way across
Oh,
the
rough
desert.
around the edges. You should have put that on your bloody...
I did put a smoker on one of them,
Yeah, right.
but and then I've just, I might put one for when I go home on Monday.
Mum came to the rescue with this. She was
Bev,
the one.
yeah, my mum, yeah, natural
Yeah.
mum, yeah, absolutely. Well,
She
actually,
came to the rescue.
well, it was actually her husband Jeff, not my dad, but her husband Jeff.
Yeah.
That said Sean's van sitting there,
It was in her yard, was it?
just been sitting there. They couldn't sell it. It just wasn't doing
Well, they're
anything.
trying to sell it.
They were thinking of selling it.
Well,
Yeah.
a big dent would be a bit of a bloody letdown, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's only cosmetic. Yeah. Anyway, they said
Well,
Jeff will drive it down, and the next thing I know, Mum's coming down to Colac. And
Yeah.
they'd spent 2 days in it getting it from Queensland to Colac,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
And then just said here,
Yeah,
scored the trailer for $600 in Colac with Reg.
yeah.
Nothing stopping me now.
No.
Well, that surprised me, all that. Did that surprise you?
Yeah. Oh, well, to me it was a big relief because I get just as worried about Trev as anyone else. So getting him in a van with a new engine with his bike on the back, to me was sweet success.
Without that big
I
bag
just-
on the
yeah,
back of his bike going
yeah.
over the nullarbor.
Yeah, because he's done that too many times. He's
Actually,
getting
I passed
older.
a lot of bikes out there this
You know?
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
close to 15 bikes in different sections.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's 1, here's
Yeah.
3, here's 7, here's
Yeah.
2, here's 1. Most bikes I've ever seen out there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
going to ride a 30-year-old bike across the desert with a second-hand belt on it, and bloody who knows what else could have gone wrong out there.
The other thing, I thought you put new bearings on at Avoca, but you didn't.
No, that was in Elmhurst.
Elmhurst.
When the bushfire, and
Yeah,
I
I
rolled
thought
into
you
the
put new
bushfire.
bearings on
No,
there.
no, I was at Alistair's place, and one was already running a tad warm, so we pulled them out, thoroughly cleaned them, fully
Re-greased
repacked
them.
them and shoved them in.
Yeah.
And then coming back every petrol station I walk around, I touched the 2 front wheel bearings on the van, grabbed me wheel bearings on the trailer. This one's a little bit warm, okay. And by the time I was 20 out of Port Augusta at the tanks, I put my hand on, oh, that's hot.
Really?
Right, that's hot,
Yeah,
hot.
that's
Like,
hot.
I'm not going to make Pete's on this bearing,
Yeah.
no way. But I know I knew I'd get the next 20 into Port Augusta because it's gone this far. It's not going to just come flying off. And that's when I drove over the bridge and saw that camping joint and rolled in there.
Camping trailers, you know,
Yeah,
all that
Port
sort of
Augusta
stuff.
camping and caravans and
54
campers,
bucks.
they build them. They build them, the campers and stuff.
Pulled up
They'd be
half.
good
yeah,
ones too,
Oh,
wouldn't they?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
They'd be
top
good
quality
ones.
ones. And like I said, they pulled it all off, done the whole job,
Yeah.
$55 fixed. No more stress, except for not having a spare wheel. And that was
Yeah,
probably the most stressful of the whole trip, was not having a spare
You'll
wheel.
probably get one around here somewhere.
Oh, Pete, I'm sure Pete's got a
I've got
rim there.
interceptor rims out there.
Have you?
Yeah,
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 we'll
I
get
will
into it
have.
tomorrow and have a bit
Oh,
of
because
work.
I've got a VT. I had a VT and a VY, and
I'm
that's
sure
what
one of
they
that.
have.
As long as it's not a mag and I need special bloody
You'll
mag
actually
wheel
find
nuts.
one. You'll actually find one leaning up against this tin fence around the corner.
Oh, there you go.
I think there's one there.
Actually, I was coming through a lot of the country towns. Like I'm looking in people's backyards. They're all got Fords wrecked in the backyards. There was no Commodores or nothing.
Yeah.
It was mostly all Fords or
Yeah.
Territories or bloody four-wheel drives, but no dunny doors.
No, only doors.
No dunny doors. It was all
See,
Ford
back
shit.
in the day, because I got tyres there as well, I would have bloody whipped an old tyre off and chucked, because that's what I used to do, change tyres and bloody. That's why I've got piles of them and different
Oh,
mags
right.
to suit different cars.
Yeah,
The amount of people that have come through limping a grinding wheel, and then I give them a wheel or fix them, and they say, "What do you want?" And I say, "No, nothing. Just help the next person, you know."
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Or some will
Yeah,
say, "Oh, I'll bring the wheel back," and you say,
Yeah.
"Yep, sure you will," and they
Yeah.
don't. But I don't mind helping, because
No.
some
Well,
of them
we
are
all need
genuine
help at
people, and
stage,
some might
when you're
not be.
stranded, When you're
Yeah, yeah.
stranded, you know, for someone to say, just someone you don't
And-
know, say, "Here, mate, there you go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only, geez, it only takes, half an hour to get a wheel off, take
Yeah.
the shitty thing off. If the rim's buggered, I've got other ones.
I was
Bang a tyre on, put a tube in,
Yeah.
mate, bang, there you go, off
I
you
was
go.
going up back at Lakes Entrance one Friday night, 2 in the morning, raining, cold, and there's 4 guys in a Galaxy, all with big ZZ top beards,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
the boots up, and they're waving at me. And I thought 9 out of 10 people would not pull over. Anyway, I pulled over, and they go, "Mate, we've got a flat, we don't have a jack. Can you lend us a jack?" You know, and you're the first one to stop. you know.
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, you can get out. I'm getting wet." And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
you
that's where
stop
the
and help
jack is, help
someone,
yourself.
They look like,
Yeah, ZZ top.
well, they look like Hell's Angels in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Galaxy L2D with
Oh,
the boot up.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But all they wanted was a jack.
Yeah,
And here's
yeah.
20. No, don't worry about it. One day
Yeah.
I'll need help.
Yeah.
Why did they come back from?
Oh, don't go through
come
the
back from
puddles.
wherever?
Don't walk in front of the
boat.
video, mate. We're
I
doing
saw
a
a
video.
guy parked off on the side
right.
just out of
No, you
demand.
can-
And I
you
thought,
hang on to
he
the
looks
keys.
like he might be having, and it was a hot day. It was like, you know, it was cooking.
Could I wash it?
he had no wheel
Wash
brakes.
it. No, because you have to
Yeah,
do it
mate,
with
that's
us
fine. I've got a
around. You
wheel
might
brace.
wet the wrong bit.
Pulled it off, changed his tyre.
No,
and,
so no, you can't wash it. No.
Yep,
I remember
good
that.
to go.
You can
Yeah,
use it.
yeah.
You can ride
That's how
around
it
on it,
works.
but no,
That's
don't wash
exactly
it.
how it works.
But
Don't go-
Dad, I'm gonna go in the puddle.
If
No,
I hadn't
don't
been
go
on the
through the
bike, I wouldn't have
puddles.
been able to help because I wouldn't have had it.
Off you go because we've got a video going.
But
on.
I always carry, if I'm going to either Childers or Bundy in the boat,
Yeah.
I always carry my toolbox. You just never know what's going to happen out there.
Yeah.
And
I
even to
reckon
Childers.
breaking down in Queensland would be the worst state to break down in because people wouldn't want to stop, would they?
No.
I've had people pull over me when
Yeah.
the other bike used to rattle off earth leads. You ride along, next minute, boom, like, what the fuck, lift the seat, yeah, earth lead's gone.
Earth lead's gone,
Snapped off completely from the vibration of the battery in the bike. That was the black Harley I had. And one guy said, yeah, I've got an earth leads about this long, strapped it all on, got the bike going, got to Raddy's place and put a new earth strap on it after that.
Yeah.
But I've had about 3 or 4 people, when I dropped the chain, coming back from here once on a trip back out of Wandai, it just dropped the chain out the back of the Harley. And I was on a bend on the skinny little road out through there, and 5 people pulled up, and we rang ROCQ, and about 5. Anyway, we managed to rethread the chain. I managed to carry a spare joiner link, and I got going before ROCQ even showed up.
Yeah. You've got to have that spare joiner link in your box of pieces, don't you? If you're running a chain,
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'd certainly always have a joiner link.
Always have a joiner link. I've even carried the joiner link in there now still, even though I don't have a chain.
Yeah.
Never know.
And that's the other thing.
But people do stop.
With the belt in the condition it's in now,
I think it'll be all right.
you'd probably get home, but you're better off just rolling that out of the trailer when you get home.
Yeah.
And put the new belt on.
I'll ride around for a bit longer and see. I mean, I've got RACQ, I could always get the trailer. I've got the spare belt. Look, if I'm close to home, what's it matter?
Yeah.
I can get RACQ, or I can just hitch home, grab my car and bike trailer. Although it would be hard getting on the trailer without the engine running.
Yeah.
You sort of walk them up with the motor going.
Yeah.
No, they've got a skateboard they put your bike on for the, the one that's got that, what do they call it? The car.
Well, the tilt trays.
Yeah, they've got a skateboard. They put your front wheel on that.
I've never seen. I've never needed to need one.
That's because I've been on one, haven't I?
Okay, well there you
Went
go.
on my way to Dad's funeral
Yeah.
when I dropped all the oil at Yay. So they've got a skateboard.
Yeah.
And they put your front wheel in it. It's just like one of those wheel
Yeah,
holders.
and then just drag it straight up the back of the thing, strap it down.
And you just virtually help it up as it comes up on the winch.
Yeah.
The skateboard's quite big though. It's about that long, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, mine's been off on that.
No, mine hasn't yet. But look, if I snap a belt up at home, but I can monitor it up at home. Find out where the fray is, why it's fraying,
That's it.
and just go over the belt and look for cracks.
It's a 3-day job.
Oh, it's so easy, and that's how much before the right tools.
Oh, yeah.
Well, everything's
Keep
got to come
going.
out.
It's a big job.
Oh, it's massive. All your side priming's got to come off. Your oil tank's got to come out. Then you got to pull your wheel out. Then you got to pull the in guards out. Then your swing arms all got to come out, which means you got to unbolt all your shockies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a huge job.
Yeah, I've got a boy in year 12 who's doing work experience at a Harley shop. And every Wednesday he's at the Harley shop, and I asked him on Thursday, "What'd you do?" "Oh, he pulled off a primary." I said, "How'd you do that?"
Yeah.
Every week he's
you
working
go,
on
mate,
shovels
go and
mostly and Evos.
Oh, okay, nice.
That's all he works on.
Yeah, Evos are very simple, but you still, in
So
some
you're not
places,
riding
you've
it
just got to have the right tools.
Let's pop it back in the shed. then.
And you need, and things like compensator sprockets and stuff, you need rattle guns, big ass rattle guns.
Yeah.
You need your lift, you need your jack, and then you need to be able to spread out.
Yeah, well he's...
Like I said, your oil tank has to come out, the battery has to come out, everything has to come
See,
out.
I snapped mine I didn't snap it
snapped
actually.
the belt?
I remember
Another
I
fellow
remember the story so
hopped
well.
on it, and he didn't ask if he could ride the bike at the start. He didn't
Pretty
ask.
rude.
He just did it for a ride.
Yeah, so him and a few others had turned up. They'd been down at Phillip Island, and they were on hire bikes. And I think he had it might have been a fancy bike, it might have been a 600 or 700 bloody, I don't know.
What, road trail or something?
No. It was a, like a Triumph or a buddy. It was some bike that they'd hired.
Yeah.
It might have been, it was a fancy one. I can't think of what it was. I hadn't ridden one.
Yeah.
And he said to me, yeah, take it for a ride. So, because they'd all pulled up, and I took that for a ride, that was all right. And I came back and my Harley wasn't here. And so he'd gone for a ride up this way and back. Because they'd been popping monos and doing all that sort of shit, he'd got down here where a tip road was, turned around, and he said he turned around and the belt just fell out. But I reckon that he's tried to pop a mono on her.
Well, they
and
see
snapped
blokes
it.
doing big burnouts on Harleys now. That all looks really good, doesn't it? But that belt's what's driving that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
So I
in
didn't
tyre
even-
just ruining.
So I didn't even know, because I'm sitting here and all of a sudden a ute pulls up, a farm ute, and he hops out.
Yeah.
And I said, where's my Harley? And he said, oh, it's down there, it's got a broken belt. And I said, you got to be joking. So I went straight down there and we pushed it back
Yeah, right.
and we towed it back, or we did something. But yeah, I was a little upset about it. You know, he's a nice guy.
Pissed off to the max.
He's playing. He's in a big band, big name. You know, does Tamworth and all that sort of stuff. He's doing really well. And I think that I was somewhere and he might have broken his bloody sea biscuit. You know, one of the kids were mucking around, and you know, I mean, we're sort of square. But it took me 6 months of courage to even start because I needed some special tool. And the special tool they were talking about. Hang on, hop back, boy. The special tool was one that I made that bent this way, down that way, and that way. And so take your primary off the cover, and I jammed that in between the two cogs so that I could undo that nut. I didn't have air stuff, which is what rattle gun would have been good with it.
And sometimes you even clutch hub pulleys on there pretty tight. That's also left-hand thread. Yeah,
but it took me so long to actually get the courage to do the thing. And then a fellow, actually, we bought a house off him years ago. It was my wife's cousin. He turned up one day and he's a Harley man, you know, Harley's Triumphs. And he said to me, Pete, it's not that hard. And I said, yeah, well, I'm just, and he said, yeah, and I always have a table with a cloth on it, and lay all my bits out. And he said, mate, it's not that hard. And I said, I need this special tool. And he said, mate, he described what I need to make. And he said, you'll have no problems at all, mate. And I did it myself. Yep, I did it myself. Brought a belt from HD Development in Melbourne, which is where I buy all of my stuff.
That is a good shop.
All of my stuff I buy from them.
That is a great shop.
You know, and I just talk to the guys. And they know me as the big fat bloke that needs a heap of weight on the back of the bike, because I might cart a box of bloody beer if the boys want to go just camping just up here. And so I'll take the beer and the esky and stuff with and there's a lot of weight on it. So I got heavy duty shocks off them recently. I've got my exhaust from them. I've got regulators from them. I just buy a lot of stuff. And they sent me a belt, put it together. I think it's right.
Granddad?
I've had it for a long time. It hasn't played up.
Granddad?
Whether it's running straight
Granddad?
or, you know.
Excuse me, Granddad?
Yes?
Jackie can go on her back and I can hang on to here.
If we ever get it going, mate. But anyway, off you go. You go and play for a bit, because Trev's doing a YouTube.
Set my back wheel on the Harleys. Because there's no markings.
Yeah.
So I use my verniers for each side to make sure they're exactly the same distance each side. Then spin the wheel and make sure that belt's dropping in that pulley nice and straight.
I reckon that it's running all right because it hasn't chewed. It did fray a tiny little bit.
I've got that little bit of a fray on mine. I don't know why that started, but I don't think the belt's about to snap like it's saying.
If you're worried about it, get a cigarette lighter and burn that bit of fray off, and then it won't be there and you won't worry.
Yeah.
Is that a good move, Pete?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we do with our seatbelts.
Well, my belt's only half the size of your belt.
They're only small, aren't they? Yeah.
That's a bit weird, but anyway.
No, all the new bikes, the belts are only about, what, would they be that wide?
No, that wide.
They're only tiny.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Well, ours are this wide, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
And you guys have got...
Well, the spare belt I got from, yet again, Darren Cross. It's just hanging up in the shed.
Big shout out to
Darren Cross from Gympie.
Lifesaver.
Gympie, is it?
Yeah, Gympie.
Yeah, Darren Cross. Oh, mate, if I need anything that I can't get, mate, I'm getting onto that fella.
There it is, the front wheel.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
By now, but
bloody beautiful.
And if I say I'm a friend of Trevor's, he makes it more expensive.
That's exactly right. Got to do better business.
Puts a bit of better price on it.
So don't mention my name.
No.
And if you haven't seen your bike on the road 2 years ago, you did the video.
Yeah, we did the video,
on the Bendigo.
Yeah. Went down and put the tyres on this bike.
Yeah, and you videoed the bike quite a bit.
Yeah,
it's a good video, that.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
Yeah. Well, actually, that Saddle Tramp fellow, he's got one the same as mine. Exactly the same colour. She's a Heritage Nostalgia.
He's got APs and a windscreen.
Yeah, exactly the same colour as mine.
He's got a pussy windscreen on his, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Corey, no, he's exactly the same. He swapped a late model twin cam for that bike. And his first video that anyone took of was when he actually made that video saying, did I make a bad choice swapping my 20,000 and something motorbike for this 94 Evo?
Yeah.
No,
and to this day, he's still got best decision he made.
Still got it, yeah.
And he's still riding it, still got it.
Yeah.
Same.
Exactly the same as yours. The only thing different is the handlebars and a pussy
windscreen. Yeah. Same colour, you know, the cream, silver and stuff.
Trim and everything.
We would have had the cowhide seat with the cowhide bits. I swapped mine and changed it.
Now, about that windscreen, mate, you'll get to the age where you're going to really want a bagger with a windscreen, mate. All roads lead to a bagger.
That's the day I stopped riding. When I need a bloody windscreen, it's time to get off the bike. Yep, absolutely. But maybe I won't be doing the big long trips like I used to either.
That helmet that I got off Scotty Baker, because I always wear an open face like Trev's, I always have, you know, but it's so loose.
Yeah.
I was getting cut here every time I put it on because the plastic was all torn and shredded. Look, it's got some beautiful airbrushing on it because my brother airbrushes. But you know, you get a B in here, and it's just.
I've
So
got
Scotty
games
Baker
on
gave
the
me.
Bs.
Scotty Baker gave me the helmet
Yeah.
with the plastic thing that you can pull down.
Yeah.
I would never go back to an open, like to a normal helmet again. That helmet is. I have the plastic bit about there. I can breathe.
Yeah.
We did that Omeo Mount Hotham.
Beautiful run.
We did that run.
Yeah.
I didn't even have my sunnies on.
Nah.
I just had this screen,
Beautiful
and
run,
I would never ever go to anything else.
Yeah. It's
And
good
when
run.
you get home, there's bugs splattered.
Yeah.
They would have been,
And
you know.
the
It's
Bruithen, Bairnsdale Bruithen up to Omeo, there's 30-kilometre new road. Brand new
Oh,
road.
is there?
Nice. And it makes all the difference.
Repaired or just.
No, just brand
just
new.
new.
The machine comes along that crunches it up,
Yep.
and they laid a whole new road, 30 kilometres.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
from,
gee, that'd be.
Swifts Creek
Yep.
area, and it's just beautiful. It really is.
I haven't
Yeah.
been up around those areas.
Well, see, I was
for
on the
decades.
forestry up.
No, it's a good ride. It is. It's
I was
a
on the
nice ride.
forestry years ago up there, yeah,
Nice to
Dargo,
feel a
yeah.
bit of sun.
Which was the sun's nice.
Yeah,
actually.
no, it is nice.
Yeah, no, I've done
Vitamin
those roads
D.
since I used to ride up to Dargo back in the day on the old
Visit
RV
us, yeah.
250.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived up
Well,
there.
I've done that twice this year now.
Well, that's a big effort.
I've done that. Well, my mates at Omeo.
I've done 2 runs over from Sale over the Snowies up to Queensland and coming out the other side of whatever that little town is, and I did both them on the
On the
VF1000.
fair. Well, that'd be a nice ride on a
It would be,
It
wouldn't it,
was.
on it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to take the Harley over there though.
No.
It's not the going up's the problem, it's the coming down.
Coming down's the problem.
Yeah, just a long way down and lots of breaks and
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Because I had 1100 Yam, you know. I've never had a Harley. I've always had Honda 4s or 1100 Yam was a good one, and 1.1. And, oh, geez, that road would be absolutely
You can
perfect.
actually let go of the handlebars and just stick
You
it
know.
with your body weight.
well, I must have done a good job on the road
Oh,
then.
it's nice now.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
beautiful now.
No, that sounds good.
Well, they had the bushfires, and since then they've had a lot of rock slides.
So they've had to clean
Yeah.
everything up
They've
anyway.
had, and because it's like the Great Alpine Road, it's a feature.
Yes.
So they've had to do a lot of work on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's really good now for a bike.
Yeah.
A lot of people get killed up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
cook
do.
themselves.
Well, it's
People
just
over
that,
50 that buy a new Harley, haven't
Yeah.
been on the road before,
Yep,
and they overcook it.
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah, and the first thing the coppers do is they take their helmet off and make sure it's got the sticker on it, you know, the
yep,
the
yep,
approved
approved.
sticker, and then
Yep,
they say, right, I call the ambulance now.
yep,
Yeah. So you just got to take your time.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, what you're saying is correct, is because people that haven't ridden for years, they sort of grab another bike and they,
Yeah.
I used to ride
And-
all the time, but then they end up coming a guts to
And
some of them.
I get up to the top to Hotham Heights on my bike, and all the sports bikes are coming up, you know, and they're all looking at me, and they've got little backpacks on,
Yep,
and then I let them go past, and they sort of give me the, you know, they lift their head at me. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
yep,
I got all my clothes on the back,
Yep.
my saddlebags full,
yep.
you know.
I never ride with a backpack on, ever.
No, the rides that I,
Imagine riding with a
No,
backpack.
thank you.
when
You
we've
come
done
off and
those
something's
rides-
in there, you got something solid in there, and you come off and you land on your back, bang, there
Well,
you
your
go.
strap hooks up.
Oh, anything though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will never ride with anything attached to my body.
No, they all fly past
hell
me,
is
you know,
that?
and I let them go.
That's a weird noise.
does that sound pleasant? Or?
Sounds like a bearing, doesn't it?
That's
Yeah, I
more like a
let them
rattle.
go. They just fly past with it, you know. And
Well,
I'm
actually,
thinking,
I used to
"Enjoy
be the
ride,
arsehole
boys."
on the sports bike rounding up Harleys on my VF1000.
Yeah, I never
I used to
mind.
round them up like sheep.
Yeah,
Round them
I always-
down.
and even
"Oh,
with-
fuck you boys, you're too slow.
Even with
But that
friends,
bike used to handle.
yeah, they would.
That VF1000 was a good bike.
Yeah.
But now I'm the guy on the Harley saying, yeah, fuck you, sport cunts.
Yeah, no, I've never had that attitude with them. If my thought
you know
is,
what I'm saying.
if I'm scooting along, and then
I
all of
don't
a
try and
sudden I
keep
got
up.
people behind me,
Yeah.
I'll pull over and slow down and
Yeah,
let them
yeah,
go,
I'll let 'em go, mate.
because
Well,
because they're going quicker than
Yeah,
me. So
I
off you
mean,
go, guys.
I
You
got
know?
a chicken strip about that
Yeah.
wide. I've had that Road King for a year and a bit. I'm just
Yeah.
starting to get comfortable with it.
Well, I got my death zone. I can get through there.
no,
fairly
we're talking
good,
about a
but
proper
I did
death zone,
grind
this
off all
one.
my fucking
He's got
heels.
the death zone.
Yeah,
That
I
took
think
a
our
bit of
I think our Great Alpine Highway is a bit sharper than that.
Well, they always said the black spur. Is
Yeah,
it black
yeah,
spur?
yeah,
coming
yeah,
out of Melbourne? I
yeah,
said
yeah.
that's the one
Warburton-
that claims a lot of
Warburton,
the
yeah.
bikers more than any other road.
Down that way, isn't it, I
It's
think?
that one because a lot of them go, they just fuck up.
Yeah, that's one of the worst in Victoria.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
go
I've
too
heard.
Black Spur and the
fast.
Great Ocean
I've never done the
Road.
black
Yeah.
spur.
And the Devil's Kitchen, just coming out of Anglesey, there's the old volcano. You ride down into a volcano.
Yeah, yeah.
You come out of the hill and it's like that, and then it's on an angle.
Oh.
And this Ducati rider said to me one day he was coming down into Devil's Kitchen, and he saw a Honda go past without a rider on it.
Oh
He's
shit!
come off.
Oh no!
So he's coming
Yeah.
down into Devil's Kitchen, which is downhill with a slight corner, and then you get to a hairpin. You know, and he's on a Ducati, a 900 Ducati,
Yeah.
and this bike goes past him without a rider.
Yeah, where's the rider?
Well,
He's back there somewhere.
how
Wow.
close was he to getting hit?
Getting
Yeah,
cleaned
well,
up by
I
the,
never think of
yeah.
that. I'm just
So
thinking, where's
he's
the
done a
rider?
tank slapper. That's
Yeah.
what's happened to him.
Yeah.
He's done a tank slapper and come off, and the bike
Just kept
has
going,
kept
jeez.
going.
He should have just taken his hands off the handlebars.
Yeah, gee, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and the guy with the Ducati, he had this big crash mark up the side where he'd gone too fast one day, and
Yeah.
he goes, "Oh, come down here on the RDOs every fortnight. I'm down here." He goes, "Look at your bike. You got a big chicken strip, mate." And I said, "Yeah, but I've got no scratches." Have I?"
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I've always remembered that. Like going past without a rider.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
a sight to see. That'd be something you want to catch on camera.
Sounds
wouldn't
like a movie, like a horror movie, you know, like
I've
buddy.
heard of truck tyres coming off towards people.
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
trailer cars go past.
I missed one. I missed one coming back from Hastings on the freeway. It was just, I just felt there was something about to happen, and I was riding along, and all of a sudden, yeah, there was a wheel straight at me, you know.
They do some
And
damage.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, I got out of the way.
Oh, you'd
Yeah,
kill you.
I was
Yeah.
lucky,
Yeah, he'd kill you.
you know.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
they
don't
come
like
off.
being in them. I don't like being in Melbourne. I don't like being on the
I don't
high.
like the Hume Highway.
I just love being
You
out
don't
here in
like
the
that
country.
I
Hume
never
highway.
do the Hume, no
You know.
matter what.
Because there's B doubles and that, you just want to get past them as quick as you can.
Yeah,
The Newell's not look. The Newell's full of B doubles, as a Nullarbor, isn't it? But they're sort of the Newell's a pretty good highway. It's 110 all the way, and most people pretty much
Is it?
behave themselves
Is
out
it
there.
2-lane all the way or singles?
It's just single
Yeah,
like
right.
this,
Well,
but you
yeah.
have overtaking lanes. But it's 110 all the way.
Hume's 2-lane all the way.
Yeah, the Hume's too hectic.
People
for
have
me.
their bloody iPads out, mate.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see so many people on their phones. Why they aren't getting caught, I don't know.
There's a
But
chick on her iPad one day.
I've seen people eating, and well, I mean, people eat, but I've seen people brushing teeth and bloody, you know what I mean, doing their hair, looking in the mirror, and don't you drive along and you think, God's sake.
you can't even
You
roll
know?
smoke when you're driving the van.
Zippy.
Yeah, you can't put your knee under the steering wheel.
How did it get its name Zippy?
Well, I don't know. I was just sitting in Colac with Shells and Mum and Jeff, and I just went out and sat in and had a few drinks and whatever, and sat in there and a couple of ciggies and Zippy. Well, it sort of rhymes with hippie.
Hippy,
Hippy and the
zippy,
zippy.
It's a
zippy.
zippy little van.
And I was supposed to be towing the trippy trailer, but no one let me paint it.
Oh, what
I
are you going
wouldn't
to paint
paint
it?
I was going to spray paint it all different colours, like really freaked out fluoros and reds and blues and purples. And Michelle said, "Don't do it." And a few other people said, "Don't do it." I said, "All right." Otherwise, it kind of might draw attention to myself.
That's not an interceptor rim, is it? No.
So, but anyway, I don't know. The name just came and it stuck, and then of course when the screen
Not
showed
enough
up,
holes. That's not enough.
Forward.
Yeah.
No, they're holding bearings.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's
the
not
outside
a-
side definitely holding.
Oh, right.
That one there's not a interceptor. The one on the other side is. I can't see. Is there other holes? Is there a heap of holes in it or not?
Yeah,
That looks
they're
like
about
one
the
there
same
and one
length.
there.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like as many holes.
They'll have something printed on it though, won't it?
Probably.
Oh, I've got.
The only way to
wheels
do it
there.
is I'll have to jack the trailer up, go through the rims and see which one actually fits.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah.
guess it. I'll just take
No.
the wheel off and we'll see which rim fits, and then we'll work it out from there.
Pity they don't match the car, isn't it?
Well, that's what someone said. If it happened to
Not
have
far
a
off,
forward
though,
wheel
is it?
pattern,
Gee, it's not far off it though.
well, actually, someone said if that was a forward wheel pattern, the tyre and the zippy would have fitted. But no, the guys at the trail joint said definitely a Holden bearing,
Oh, they
Holden
know.
hub,
Yeah,
and
they
they
know.
know their gear.
Good on you.
Yeah, well, we got a
So,
few kicking around.
Yeah,
You can have a
that's
look.
the only way to find out if the rim
brilliant,
fits. Is
isn't
to,
I just don't know about tyres, but you'll find
well, plus they're
something. I can't.
15 inch.
Yeah, yep.
So I'm sure I can get a tyre at a second hand, but at a tyre joint somewhere on the way up.
Unless
Until
you
that
feel like
second hand
changing one yourself, how's your back?
as long as I've got rubber mallets and levers, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I need the air compressor to blow it up. That's all. Because
Yeah, I've
they're
got a
tubeless.
compressor there, yeah.
Yeah, I can still change my own tyres. It might take me a
Yeah.
while, but I get them done.
Oh, you want tubeless rim now? Jeez, you're fucking asking for a bit, isn't you?
Well, I don't have to go and buy a tube then, do I?
Oh, I think I've still got a couple of tubes in there.
So you'll be back next January or February?
No comment.
Just depends on my health, I think.
Well,
As
that
to-
too, I guess.
Oh, well, I mean that. So I presume you would come down to see me off, Trevor?
Think
Try and stop
See
me.
you off.
You know,
Even if I
yeah,
had to fly, I'd do it.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, there's that. I mean, I'm hoping I'll still be here next year
Well,
if
that's what
you
I'm
were
thinking. I'm
going
thinking
to,
ahead.
if
Yeah.
you were going to come down.
I don't know. Look, as I said before I even left, I'm doing this trip. The trip to Vic I've never done before, which it did turn out to be because I
Yeah.
saw so many people and took my time doing the whole
You
trip
did.
differently.
Yeah, you did down in Sale.
Made it
didn't
to Perth and back, blah, blah, blah. But all the way along, I've always been saying, who knows, I might not be able to even do this trip next year. I
Yeah.
may not be fit enough.
This might be the.
you? Could be that thing.
If you still had that thing,
I'd rather bring the boat.
yeah. But yeah,
If I'm going to do a trip like that, I'll have time to work out if that motor's actually broken and that cam's not going to shit itself.
Not that 253.
Yeah. I mean, that's still on run-in stage. I still don't know. I've only done barely 1,000 odd miles on that cam, so I don't know if that cam's going to hold or it's going to eat itself again.
But you were thinking about a second car for a while there, weren't you?
That's when the boat was giving me all the trouble.
Yeah, well,
too much in regos. The boat's fucking.
Yeah, well that's
the
it. Yeah, it's double
The
rego.
boat's $1,230 or $1,250 or something in rego for the boat. The bike.
But you're welcome to, if you wanted to, and if you were keeping that, you could use this address and it'd be cheaper rego.
You can get club rego on the bloody.
Club rego's useless. You've got to be logged. You've got to have fucking this. You've got to have phone numbers. You've got to, they pull you up. If you got on your car with club rego up there and drove to the shop and back to get milk, you'd be booked for unregistered driving because it's not a club event.
Oh, club event.
That's the only time you're allowed to take them out on club regos.
Yeah,
that's Queensland rules.
Yeah, that's Queensland. That's not
Victoria.
here,
You get, I think you get 90 days. And who knows when the 90 days are? But up in there, no, they're strict.
Oh, you just fill out your book.
Well, even your permits to move something up there, you pay $90 for a one-day permit. Down here, we used to pay $36 and get 3 months.
$1,200 for a V8.
Yeah,
well,
it's
double.
When it was a six-cylinder, it was $900.
Yeah, right.
And even a four-cylinder up there's about $8.
There goes Zippy, doesn't it? There goes Zippy.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
It's out of this world, isn't it?
So Michelle may fly up and collect it and drive it home. It may end up somewhere else. They may ask me just to pass it on and sell it. Who knows? I don't know. I've spent my time in it. I don't want to do any more time in it. It's almost like a prison sentence.
He's done his time.
Yeah, I've done time behind the bars or behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Sitting behind that bloody glass watching the country shimmer through the windscreen.
And sometimes that can be a comfortable experience like you have had across the Nullarbor.
Well, it's more the stress of, shit, if this tyre blows, I'm stuck, or that wheel bearing kicks itself, or if this car's overheating, and of course it just constantly plays on your mind the whole trip, and it never leaves you.
Like my car, you wouldn't even think about going over the Nullarbor tomorrow.
Of course.
You wouldn't bat an eyelid.
Yeah, just off you'd go,
Off you'd go.
I did see an EH out there towing a caravan across in mint condition.
An EH?
Yeah, an EH.
On the van.
A heap of walkers. That cancer walker was out there.
Yeah, I heard about
There was
him.
2 other blokes pushing their like shopping trolley things across.
Yeah.
There was about 3 or 4 push bikers out there.
Yeah.
There's some odd sights out there.
Yeah. Now, you were down in Sale, and that bloody bike shop sold you something dodgy. Was it a battery or something?
No, that was my friend Sharon.
Yeah.
Right.
What happened down there?
I was looking for an empty oil container to change the oil on the bike, and that's also who used to be the ex-Honda shop, but I think they're Sale or something motorcycles now. They're the ones that lent me the helmet to take my grandson
That's
for a ride.
right. Yeah, I was out.
It was the one next door who bloody threw the oil container at me. He was a grumpy arsehole and just like rude as fucking Sharon took both the bikes there and he fucked them.
That's right. She had rip-off there,
Yeah,
didn't she? Yeah,
totally ripped off. And,
Yeah,
and
they
he
ripped her off,
bloody put a restraining order on her and everything. That's all
geez.
bullshit.
And she's like a L-plate rider or a...
Peas, I think she's on peas.
Yeah, she's a bloody...
Anyway, I spent 2 days at her place, got both her bikes running.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then she put $100 in my pocket. That's why I called her Naughty Sharon.
Because I was outside that shop on the holidays when you were on your way to Perth, and that bloody 1200 was still there. That's a bloody nice bike.
Yeah, but no one's picking it up, are they?
It's a Harley 1200. What were they called?
Like
it's
a sporty,
yeah, but it's a 1200. It's the Evo motor.
Yeah.
I forget what the model it was. A bloody nice bike though. No one wants it.
No one wants it.
Ah.
Like, I mean, a bike like mine, everyone goes, it's got to be worth a fortune, mate. I'd be lucky to get 10 grand for that bike. Not even.
Jeez, I'd
You chuck that on.
take it tomorrow.
Yeah, you might, only because it's got heritage now, but as far as
10 grand for that, mate.
yeah, as far as just a straight up Harley.
Yeah,
to
stuff
sell,
around the edges
you
as well.
You stick that on eBay. When that was still looking like a show bike, and I went through a stage of did try to sell it, and it had the western bars, the floorboards. It was still in 100% mint condition. I hadn't chopped or changed anything.
Yeah.
The top bid was $10,100,
Oh, jeez, I would have jumped at that.
and I swapped a $15,000 EK wagon for it.
Oh, did you? Oh, right.
Beautiful EK.
Oh, right.
Here we are.
Did
I've
you
got
not have
8
them
years later,
chromies
I've
of
still
mine
got
on
my
that, or?
bike. I've got a good second-hand motor in there, blah, blah,
That
blah.
is a good motor.
I had no plans to know, but on the market, this bike you wouldn't even get 10 grand for. But people go, look, it's got to be worth it. Well, no, have a good look.
Love you.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a bit dodgy, and yeah, okay, that's not quite original,
You
and
got the fat boy wheels now.
whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You've created a unique bike, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
anyone who owns a Harley always makes them their own one way or
Looks
another.
like a fat boy now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, true.
I personally, I prefer the spoke wheels as looks, but as far as carrying luggage, got bloody stutters. As far as carrying luggage and hitting massive potholes that have been hitting fully loaded,
Yeah.
Can't break a solid.
solids. Yeah.
You might bend an axle.
Yeah, I probably should have got a solid on the back of mine.
That would have been good.
As you know, looking into the trouble I did have with, but I love my spoke rims.
I love them too, and I had well, you saw the rim. That wasn't a standard bloody Harley rim. That was a very they were expensive. Yeah, that's not a stock Harley rim.
No,
that's a handmade rim.
Yeah.
Actually, I got the matching back one at home. I should put that on for auction too.
I don't do that because then Pete's going to have to buy it, and anybody can't get up there to them. We'll get it back.
No, we can
I'm
ship
going
it
up next year.
Oh, are you?
Long service leave.
But you don't want something with only 6 spokes left.
Actually, I keep it as a souvenir to show people what I was riding around on. Look at anyone comes in. Look at this. I was riding this for 3 months, running while I was handling poorly in the corners, and the whole thing was just doing this.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some rims. Actually, Bernadette was looking for them, and she went to a bike shop one day, and they had a few rims there, and she said, "Oh, what are they?" And they said, "Oh, they're all a bit buggered, you know, a couple of spokes missing." And the bloke said, "You can have them if you want them." So Bernadette grabbed them.
Yeah, right.
So I got these 3 rims, later model, and probably similar to what he took off, but not as heavy duty. And they've got 2 fronts and a back, or 2 backs and a front. But they've got the Diamante spokes on them. You know, they've got those, you know, instead of the spoke being round, they look like they've got,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
they're got glitter to
The
them.
new ones. New bikes, they got more spokes. They got heaps of them.
But no, but these have got little cuts on them that make it look like they've got Diamante sort of, you know what I mean? It's
I don't think I've ever seen
yeah, they're funny
talking
looking
about
things.
10 grand for your bike, I reckon yours is worth 20.
Now,
That white one.
now that HD development, and I think they've moved to Morty Alec.
They have, they've moved.
So Cole was there the other day. He went for a bike ride, and he said, "Oh, I've called in at this bike shop." He sent me a photo of one that they've got exactly the same as mine, all down there, and it's covered up. It's in absolutely pristine condition, and they've got 25 sitting on it.
Yours
Not to
sounds
say
good.
mine's anything like that.
But,
I've got mine insured for 15.
Have you?
But but I mean, I don't think that's,
They're trying to replace it, that's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, mine's pretty grubby. My son's quite happy. He'll have to go for his licence.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
well, for even me trying to replace this, I can pick up one of these fairly cheap, but I've got the performance brakes on there and a few other bits and pieces and stuff, and that's where the
Brakes.
Yeah, all the big heavy
performance machine,
duty.
they're called performance machine brakes, right?
Yeah,
They're like 500 a caliper.
yeah. It's crazy.
The money was spent on this
They
bike.
saved your life too, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. But the money was spent on this bike before I
Oh,
got
with
it.
that road closed sign, yeah.
Well, when I was test driving another Harley, when this one was blowing up, I thought I might buy it. I took off down the road and grabbed the front brakes. I was used to these ones, like standard Harley
Nothing
brakes.
there.
There's no fucking brake. And I nearly bloody KO'd this bike that I was test riding because I
We're
forgot
used to it. We
how
just
good
go
my
slower.
brakes are.
Yeah.
We just go slower in the traffic, don't we, Peter?
Well,
You get used to them.
Yeah.
But it caught me so unawares, just with the stock standard Harley caliper on the front. It just caught me out, like, holy, I'm used to just grabbing a little bit.
Tiny bit,
and I'm squeezing this thing and I'm still not stopping.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I forgot.
Yeah. Would have had a standard
I've been
disc on
spoiled
it.
with these ones.
well, my mate.
Because you're twins, aren't they? Twin
No,
discs?
no, 4-piston calipers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
But
mate.
single disc. Yeah, but 4-piston calipers front and back.
Yeah.
My mate up at Omeo, who lives up there, he's got about 5 bikes. He's just sold one of his bikes to a bloke who's getting his L's, and it's gone in for road bleeding. They want him to replace the back disc, the rotor, because it's worn out. And the reason for that is when he comes down the mountain, he just uses the back brake.
What? No, that's what your gears are for.
Well, he followed me down the hill from Omeo down to Bright. We got down the bottom, and he was on his bloody, he's Indian, and he said to me, "You just use the back brake."
Bullshit, you use your gears.
Well, I use the gears and
Of
the
course
front
you do.
and back
Yeah,
brake.
you need everything. If you
Yeah, I
can't
don't.
do wheels.
Yeah,
If
but
I-
he just uses the back brake. That's
No,
all
that's
he
what
does.
engine brake's about.
Yeah, well,
I'll-
he lives up there. He's
used to it, yeah.
He's on that road all the time.
He's just going to wear shit out.
Well, that's why they wanted to put a new
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 caliper,
rotor.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's an old BMW. It's his learner bike, and the guy goes, "No, it's worn out. The rotor's worn out.
Yeah.
Just using his back brake. That's how he comes down the mountain.
No,
Doesn't use his front, uses the gears and the back brake.
I use everything that you have to.
Yeah, well, that's
Well,
it.
my
isn't
front brake's more of a trim meter. It just trims me up through the corners. I think that they start calling it trail braking, but when I'm going through the death zone, I'm actually touching my front brakes all the way through them corners just to trim me up that I'm not going to cook in the corner. I'm not grabbing handfuls. It's just like a
touching
trim
it. Yeah,
control,
yeah.
and you just trim yourself going through the corner while you're hammering it.
Yeah.
So you can have a finger on the brake hammering it and touch a front brake just to keep you without overcooking the corners.
Yeah.
Don't you? I don't hardly ever use my back brakes.
Mine work both together. The harder you put it on the front one, the back one comes on automatic. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
hard, it's
yeah.
hard to work out, but I'm using the foot as well.
Yeah. Oh, here's my
I'm
foot
just
brake
using
in
the
traffic.
gears. I'm just using the gears
Yeah,
because
well-
it's that big a bike.
Yeah,
Well,
It's
the
like,
engine's
it's
got
like
that
your
much-
bike's plus another 80 kilos.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
Well, not
yeah.
only that, your engine's going to pull you up as well.
Yeah, it's got 6 speeds, so you can
Well,
rev it right
the whole
out.
time I'm riding
Yeah.
around Perth, I'm just going down the gears, coming up through the traffic,
Yeah.
and touch a front brake, down through the gears, accelerate up, accelerate down.
Yeah,
That's another reason I got tired of Perth. I just got tired of riding around the city.
yeah, you would.
I just want big open roads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And even to get out to the big open roads, you've got to spend like an hour getting out of all the suburbs just to get out onto an open road.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be glad just to get home and do my rides up there. It was fun being in Melbourne, had a ball. It was okay being in Perth riding around with Zach while he was on that little fucking cafe racery thing.
Yeah.
So he took that to a bike shop to get the carbies fixed, and he took off down the road, and about a mile down the road, the whole thing just dumped fuel everywhere and hadn't gone for like a year or two. 2 days later, I had that bike tuned and running. I pulled the carbies out, reset all the floats, got it going, and it's got a strange start sequence, but it's now reliable.
Yeah.
And of course, every time you turn the key on, I only had a small battery, it had the headlight on.
Yeah.
Cut that wire, put a switch in here, so now you turn your headlight off and on when you need it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you did my bike too, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, with the when you unlock it and turn it on, it's funny because it'll say ignition,
All
then
the
it'll
Harleys
say
are like
lights,
that.
but you turn it on and the bloody lights are on.
But no start. First click on his bike
Yeah.
and mine was the same. I've changed
Yeah.
mine too. First click was headlight, no start. Second click, headlight, start.
Yeah.
So now I've got it. First click, start, no
With
headlight.
starting and
Second
everything,
click,
yep.
start with headlight.
Headlight. If I want the headlight, I'll just go to the
So,
next click. So.
you've been gone 4 months.
4 months.
What date did you leave?
I
Around
don't know, but I got down. Well, I was here for
20th or-
Australia Day on the 26th, so and it
26th.
took me 3.5 days to get
And
down.
you were waiting to
and I
leave.
was here for about 3 or 4 days before that day anyway.
You were waiting
Yeah.
to leave because of rain.
Yeah, I got out in a 1-day window, and it's
There
been
was
raining
raining, that's
non-stop
right.
since I left.
So you've been gone for 4 months.
Yeah, but just on. By the time I get home, it'll be a full 4
Well,
months.
that's your long service leave, mate. Mine's next year.
Okay. Well, that's the longest
Yeah,
I've
that's-
ever spent on the road away from home.
Yeah.
And I got Sandy renting the house, so it's all covered up
Well,
there.
without a bus. Without one of these big buses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
You're
that
normally
too.
in a bus. This is a small bus.
Yeah. I think he can't wait to get back to his big bus.
I reckon he's going to get a new bed. He's telling me he's getting a new mattress.
A new what?
A new mattress. You said
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
like
get a
this
new-
mattress.
Well, I'm getting a new mattress because mine's
Yeah.
effed.
Yeah.
And after sleeping in like motels and other people's
Yeah.
beds, they have like real mattresses. I'm like, why am I
Yeah.
still sleeping on a piece of shit?
In his bus.
So I'm going to go
yeah.
and spend the money and get myself a brand new mattress.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter as to me.
Yeah. Nice double pillow top,
And
mate.
start
you know,
making a
just-
few models again.
I'm looking forward to getting back into that.
Yeah.
Actually. My nice, simple little life. That's when
Yeah.
all the subscribers will drop off. Oh, shit,
Yeah.
still the models again. We're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if you throw a bike ride in every now and then, they'll
I'll be
say,
getting lots of
Trev.
them in. Well, Q Jody's just so keen to go for a ride with me. She's got her Trumpy running perfect now.
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful bike.
It is.
Yeah.
She's
It is a
done it
nice
for what,
bike, that.
46, 45
That
years,
is
same
a
bike.
beautiful
Still
bike, mate.
kickstarts
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and she rides it good too.
Oh, she rides it hard.
And they make and sell those bikes now, but they're not the same as
They're not
those.
the
They're not the
close to the
same as the
front.
old ones.
She had a lot of trouble for a while. I think it turned out to be a coil or something somewhere, or something to do with the ignition. She's got it sorted.
What's going on over here?
So yeah, looking forward to get back. Al Bundy,
Oh, he's
same
got
thing. I
mud.
might
Look at
catch up
mud.
with him sometime.
Oh, don't go through the puddles, mate.
You're going to get a flat battery soon.
Yeah, Al,
No,
Al
I-
That's all day, does it?
No, I charge it for night time. No, it's got too big. It had the people. I got it given to me from the people over the road, and it's got
Keeps him
two
occupied.
big brand new batteries in it.
He'll
Well, they
be-
gave it to
he'll be a
him.
rally driver when he grows up.
So yeah, they gave it to him. So it's his. Buddy.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, for me to use it, but it's his.
You need to have a donut shop, get in there for a donut, boy.
No. Now those cakes that you brought are very nice, mate. And I said to my wife, I
Yeah.
said, I'm pinned, mate. I'm having one of them vanilla slices, mine, and there's another cake there
Yeah.
that's soft.
Yeah.
2 of them are mine. Like bugger off. Do not
you
touch
go.
them. They're mine.
Yeah.
Once I start, because my thing is, if I eat, I have to go to the toilet. If I can't go to the toilet, I'm not eating
Can't
anything.
eat. No, that's all part of
And
life.
so and so for me now, I'm on soups and stuff. But I
Yeah.
can still, on my list of stuff I can eat, there's still cake
Yeah, well, you
and
can
custard.
jump
Custard. So
Yeah, well,
vanilla
nice
slice, mate. That's all. I might even have 2 of them snot blocks.
Actually, I'm not a cake eater
I'm
or
gonna
anything,
bloody-
those sort of treats like that, but I was over there, used to buy these like $60 rainbow cakes and sell them on site, and like you'd come down with a people like, whatever it was, mate, like, I don't eat cake, but I ate this cake.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, it's the best like chocolate cake thing, whatever.
You didn't make a video of what's he got, a caravan that he operates out of? A food,
Shipping container.
food van? Or?
No, shipping
He
container.
operates out of the shipping
Oh,
container.
he's built his whole kitchen in this 20-foot shipping. I did make a
Is that
video.
on site, is it?
Oh yeah, it is on site.
Yeah, 'cause we didn't-
video
I
of
didn't
the whole
see.
site, but
Did you?
but it can't go to air for certain reasons.
Righto.
Oh, that's
I
just
wondered
strange.
about that, did you?
Yeah, because I hadn't actually
I thought it
seen
was
it
a mobile
open and
food van or something.
yeah.
It's a 20-foot shipping container, and he bought everything second hand and hunted around and built it all from nothing.
And that's not far from where you were staying?
Shipping container up the front, down through the double gates out the back, and then another shipping container down the back that was his living area.
Yeah.
And I just camped in, didn't camp. I had my laptop set up in the little corner at the back of near one door and just slept in Zippy every night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his business then.
Oh yeah, but now he's had the baby. Him and Holly, they've rented a house,
Yep.
so he goes home every night. But up until then, he was staying on site most nights. But couldn't trust
And-
the fucking cunts. I'll steal everything.
Yeah. The
Stole my
buggers.
milk and lied about it, this little bastard.
Yeah.
Russians.
No.
The
that
people that
was
were
a whole
staying
nother
there
issue.
as well.
That was over the toilet.
Yeah, people staying there as well in other stuff, and they were sort of
Yeah, no, that
get
was
up
over
and
the toilet.
start
No, this little
pilfering stuff.
bastard got up next morning and Isaac said, "Oh, there's no milk for tea." I said, "Bullshit, it's up in your freezer van." And then this little prick goes, "Oh, no, there was two crackheads walked in here yesterday." And I'm thinking, one, you lied to me right there and then, and two, you're the
Yeah.
little bastard that stole
They
my
drank
milk.
me milk, yeah.
You know, he dobbed himself right in just by saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, other things went missing there. It was like, you know, that's why I stayed on site when Isaac went home. That way I could keep an eye on things that people
Sorted
weren't
it,
pilfering
yeah.
everything.
So the name of your son's business is,
Tasty or Clean Tasty Dirty.
yeah.
But he wants
And-
the name Tasty to become the main feature, but his
Tasty,
actual
yeah.
business is Clean Tasty
Have
Dirty.
you seen pictures of the food that he serves, Peter?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, you know, clean, tasty or dirty. So you get a clean burger and whatever
Yeah,
it might
yeah,
be, and then you
yeah.
might get a tasty one,
Yeah.
and then you
Dirty
get a
dad.
dirty one, and the dirty one will be all the cheese
Everything,
and all
bacon, the whole
all
lot.
the fats,
Yeah.
the bacons.
Oh, yeah, well,
You know.
I'd grab a burger or a burrito every night. I was well fed while I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
you don't look like you're wasting away,
no,
does he?
no, he's
Well, I
not.
wasted a bit on the way back. I've got to put another hole in the belt buckle since I left
Did you?
home.
Oh,
Oh, these pants were tight when I bought them. They're falling off me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've lost a shitload of weight.
Oh, righto.
And this ring keeps falling off my finger now.
Well, I've got my wedding ring on that finger now. It's the
Yeah.
only finger I can put it on.
Yeah, righto.
I lost
But
this
at
in
least
your
I'm
place.
still, you know, I've got it there. Like it's, I can't put it on these hands. I mean, I could put it on this finger. No, it'd be
Yeah,
too big.
well,
But
too
it sits
big.
there, all right.
That's all right.
And at least I'm doing the right thing, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I lost this at your place for a bit that night. I got up and somehow just slipped off my finger. It wasn't until next morning I hunted around
Found
all
it.
the leaves. I found it again. But yeah, I've lost this about 3 times and had to find it.
Yeah.
Just-
Hey, just a little point. Was my caravan still there when you
Yep.
started my camp?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah,
handy to know.
Yeah.
Still all plugged in. Bins are all empty. Although there are a heap of cigarette butts in your bin now from
That's
sitting on the
all
front
right.
veranda
As long as that
smoking.
van's still there.
Yeah, no, she's still there, mate.
Well, that's handy.
Well, like you said, no thieves in that town. It's a bit like Biggerton.
It is. It's like bigger in that town.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It really is. And yeah, you know.
Does it make you think of maybe buying a property in Biggerton and taking the caravan up there, Peter?
Can't buy a property in Biggerton. There's nothing for sale. It's all
Yeah.
been sold, mate.
That's right. Yeah.
I moved there 10 years ago. You couldn't
Yeah.
sell a house in Biggerton. Now you
No,
can't
I'd-
buy a house.
And you
in
probably
Biggerton.
wouldn't want anyone, you wouldn't want to be wanting to live too close to
Well,
it.
there's probably a caravan park there anyway, is there?
Oh, if you want to pay their fees every day.
How much is that?
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to be living in a caravan park.
No, but if I'm travelling through.
Look, mate, absolutely.
You know,
but
I'd like to stay in my van because it's pretty comfy.
If
I
you-
didn't even offer you the van, which is bloody selfish.
no, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I didn't even think of that.
He was
That's
quite
right.
happy,
But
I
if
think,
you're-
going in
if
the
you're
house.
towing your van up, I've got plenty of room in my drive. My sister Carol and Ron came up in their
Yeah.
caravan. They spent a week parked in my driveway.
Oh, well,
I just
take
put
it
the
up.
boat in the front and
Yeah.
take that in and out. You can stay
Oh,
out
I'll
of the
just put it
shed.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got a
mate.
nice van.
Yeah,
Well,
but you
yeah,
don't mind
but,
sleeping on an angle like that in his driveway, you know.
Well,
it's-
downstairs.
his driveway's flat, isn't it?
Oh, pretty much.
yeah,
Downstairs
no,
toilet.
only pulling your leg.
Yeah, downstairs toilet, so you got used to that. There's a shower inside.
Oh, I've got all that in the van.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
van.
No,
by the
Yeah,
sound
no,
of
there's
it,
plenty
yeah.
of room. So what I do if someone's come in like that who's got a van or something, just park them down in front of my shed,
Yeah.
and then I just leave the car out in
Yeah.
the front. That way we've got
Yeah.
transport going out, and you don't have to unhook anything.
No, that's what I
Yeah.
plan on doing.
yeah, no, absolutely. And I've
You'll
got,
probably be the first stop after Brunswick Heads because my cousin's at Brunswick Heads.
No, that's not far away.
He'll be first stop.
Mhm.
And he's got a food van for sale right now. He can't sell a potato oven. So yeah,
it's a tough gig, the food industry. That's what I saw.
Oh, he's retired. He's in his 70s. He
Yeah,
can't
but-
get rid of it.
But
Yeah,
then
I
again,
can eat
so-
potatoes too. I could have a bloody roast bud with some
No,
bloody,
just-
with some
Cook some of them up.
with some bloody
Sour cream?
sour cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a bit of butter.
Yeah,
you
well,
can cook them up or mashed potato.
yeah, mashed potato. I
The
can
food
have. Yeah.
industry's a tough gig. That's
Oh,
what I
it is.
saw.
It is a tough
And especially
gig, mate.
starting out like that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, after COVID.
Some friends of mine just down the road
That
here,
too.
they bought the donut van
Yeah.
from the guy from Echuca because he's
Yeah.
stopped. He's
And-
stopped selling donuts. He used to be on the corner in the
Yeah,
market.
yeah.
So he's retired.
Yeah.
They're using the same recipe,
Yeah,
and their donuts are just to die for.
jam donuts.
Just nice hot jam. They're
Yeah,
doing
right.
other stuff too,
Yeah,
but they're still doing and they're keeping his recipe because the donut man, he was pretty popular in
Yeah.
Echuca and
Yeah.
Moama, and He hasn't died. He's just retired. It's probably been turned off for the last hour.
Oh shit, we're just about out of battery.
No, we're still going. I've been watching it. It's still going.
Have you? I can't even see
We're
the
just
damn
about ready to wind her up, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh no, that camera's about to die right now. That
Well, there
camera's
we
just about to go
then
dead
you
flat.
better do you, buddy.
Good to see you again, mate.
Great to see you too,
Yeah,
Peter.
good
Thank
to
you
see
very,
you,
very
Trev.
much for
Thanks,
the.
Pete. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you very much for the present in the mail. I really
When I'm down
appreciate
here
that.
next time, mate, we'll have to do it again. Hopefully, it'll be all 3 bikes out, plus a few others, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, absolutely,
Something
for
to
sure.
look forward to.
Yeah, pencil me in.
Right,
Pencil
well,
me in for
so, oh, sorry, Pete.
No, I just said pencil me in for that.
Oh, absolutely, mate, absolutely. So, all right, well, great having all 3 of us back together again since Australia Day 4 months ago. Like I said, we've all had a lot going on. So, anyway, Worlds, cheers from us here, and we'll catch you on the next one. So, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and I will catch you later. Bye.
Did that keep going, or did it just finish?